Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. So Pisces, I hope you're doing well. I'm very excited to be doing this particular reading for you today because it is to celebrate the year of the dragon. So although these readings are probably going to come out a week or so after the official start of the year of the dragon, when I'm recording them, it is the year of the dragon. Although these readings are timeless. The thing to note about this year is that it represents beautiful abundance, good fortune, and prosperity. But the thing to be somewhat cautious of is the fact that it also can represent a period of self-indulgence. And that is something to be wary of because it's just kind of abundance all around. So if you engage in activities that are a little too self-indulgent, there is that tendency to go overboard. And we should really act with some measurement in how we use our abundance. So I do want to show you some of the crystals I have on my table today. This is a fluorite dragon for focus. And then this is a crazy lace, awesome dragon head. And then this beautiful fire quartz heart that's going to be present for the reading today. Fire quartz is all about goddess energy, gossip dispelling. It's just so powerful, and it just feels really, even though it's really polished and beautiful, it's really raw. And you got to be careful when you work with fire quartz though, because it can get you really riled up. I actually just did the Cancer reading and I felt like I just blasted through it because I have so much energy right now, which is great. It's a great problem to have. I'm going to be doing a reading with 3 different decks today. I'm sorry I don't have the box for this one, but I believe this one is called the Chakra Healing Oracle cards, or the Chakra cards. I'm going to pull one card from the Dragon Oracle deck and do your tarot reading with the Prisma Visions tarot deck by James Eads, who just makes really beautiful tarot cards. So this is for Pisces spirit. For Pisces, what messages do you have for Pisces? Okay, I'm going to pull the dragon card and I'm going to pull a chakra card for you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Okay. So your dragon energy is Earth Dragon. Clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Oh my God. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. The reason why I said, oh my God, it says be ready to serve, and you got the word service. What? Wait. That's amazing. What a beautiful synchronicity. What a beautiful message, Pisces. You will be acting in the service of others. Can you think of a greater way to show love? I mean, also, it kind of makes me want to tear up a little bit because, well, one, I have a Pisces moon, but like, it just shows me how powerful Pisces will be this year. Clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. And the way that this dragon is kind of standing on the precipice, right? It reminds you of it reminds me of the Fool card in the Major Arcana of the tarot. You know, kind of ready to take that leap of faith, ready to kind of conquer anything, everything, anything, knowing that Spirit has your back. And look at this too. This card it could be, we can see here a person kind of tending to an older person. You may be tending to an older person in your life. But it's just such a beautiful card of giving, isn't it? Just holding space. You know, what is this person doing? They're just holding, this person's in the bed, they're just holding their hand. Maybe it's simply about you recognizing the need around you and holding space for others, holding their hand, just giving a listening ear. Sometimes we don't know how much people need that until we stop for a moment, we pause, and then we allow the space for it. And that happened to me a couple times in the last week, where I saw a couple coworkers just moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but I could tell, you know, I'm an intuitive, so it's like I can sense it. And one of my coworkers, I just kind of stopped her and I said, "How are you?" And I just paused. It wasn't like I was, "How are you?" and like I walk away. I'm like, no, I just leaned up against the wall and I just paused. And you just don't know what somebody's going through, and then it just kind of all came out. Not all of it, because we were at work, but just holding space for somebody is so powerful, because you know what too? That same person holds space for me. Right? So we always want to be careful as water signs and empaths that we don't give too much, right? It's that beware of self-indulgence, right? Self-indulgence, because Spirit really wants me to hammer this message home, which is self-indulgence can also look like overgiving. If you're a person that's just gives, right? Because it's not just out of the kindness of your heart, but although it could be. But why do overgivers give? Because they want to be accepted, when they want to be loved, they want to be held, they want to be, you know, recognized. There's a self-indulgence in that too. There's we just have to kind of embody a nice balance between things. But this is, number one, what a beautiful synchronicity. And number two, what a beautiful message for you, Pisces, that you will be of service. And you always got to remember, when you're in service to others, it will be returned to you. Of course it will. And I just want to highlight this orange represents the sacral chakra in this deck. I believe it's the sacral chakra, right? Let me look at all the colors. Yes. The sacral chakra, which is the place of sexuality, of creative expression, of passion. So it's kind of talking about, for me, it actually talks about creative problem solving. So kind of facing a situation where you need to be in service to others or be of service, and it's just like, okay, like we're faced with a dilemma. How can we approach it? How can we think outside the box? And so I can kind of see you doing that too. This earth dragon also hammering home the need to stay grounded, to not get too caught up in overthinking, to be out in nature, to put your feet in the dirt, to hold a tree, hug a tree, to surround yourself with plants and animals and running water is also what I saw. So if you have a riverbed, a creek, if you can be by an ocean for a little bit just to recharge your watery energy, that would be great. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Let's see what we have for Pisces. For Pisces. Aha! Thank you, Spirit. 1 card extra. You got 5 cards that came out in reverse, so I just want to spoiler alert, the moon card came out. It is the only major arcana, and it's your major arcana. You are represented by not only the high priestess, but also the moon. So you showed up in your own reading. That's beautiful. Beautiful. The extra card that came out, the 9 of Wands. The Nine of Wands, we can see, I just want to point out, because everything it's kind of dreamy and it blends together, but there is a character in this corner here who is, holding like a wooden staff in like a wooded area. So they say that if you go for a walk in the woods, but you're not, but of course you're wearing shoes, most likely. Another way that you can ground yourself is to just pick up a long stick and use it as a walking stick, because it grounds your energy to the earth without you having to take your shoes off. So, right, that seems like really obvious, but somebody pointed that out to me, and I was like, of course, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, I pointed it out to you. It's like, okay. So, that seems really important for somebody. If you're going out for a walk, just pick up a stick and just use it as a walking stick. I mean, who cares if you look like Gandalf? Gandalf was a wizard. I don't know why I felt like I had to be defensive about that. But anyway. And also, look at what's happening here. This is the back of the chakra cards. Walking stick. Okay. Nine of Wands talks about, I think I've had too much coffee, Pisces. I'm talking really fast, but I feel really energized. That's a good thing, because usually I'm slow and lazy. All right, Nine of Wands talks about tenacity. It's kind of the wounded warrior living to fight another day. That's what they say about this card. It can also talk about just kind of forging a trail ahead. I see you forging a trail, right? Kind of goes along with the clearing the path energy. It's almost like you're like walking, you're making your way through the woods in order to kind of summit and reach this place so that you can kind of survey the situation, survey the land, and receive some kind of clarity. But in order to receive that clarity, there's got to be a little bit of, there's got to be effort and work involved in that process. And so Spirit is showing me that you're doing the work. So like I said, you got 5 cards of the main spread in reverse. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It just shows me that, shows me a way to interpret the card. 2 10s, 2 9s in your reading so far. We start with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse in the past position. There could have been an opportunity that you felt passed you by, that the door was not open or that the timing was not right to, you know, there could have been something that you were looking forward to, that there was expectation or anticipation, and it's almost like when it didn't happen, it stung. I feel that it stung you a little bit. So here we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. The Ten of Wands, you know, these cards are so beautiful because when they're in succession, they tell a story, right? So this artist in each of the suits, all the cards linked together in succession, 9 and 10, right? So we can see here, it's just a continuation. The thing about the Ten of Wands is that this card talks about burden. When the card is in the upright, we can move past that burden. We can put things down now. We've learned all there is to learn regarding a situation, and now we can let it go. But when the card is in reverse, it's difficult. It's been difficult for you to let go, because once we're at the 10, we go back to the Ace. So you're really trying to find your brand new opportunity and your brand new passionate beginning. This was in a past energy, and it couldn't quite get there. Maybe the path had not yet been cleared for you. Maybe there was something yet karmically that you still needed to learn. 3 of Pentacles. So, okay, I can see, you know, these 2 cards talk about diligence. I can see here the hard work that you've been putting into this process of co-creation and building with Spirit. 3 of Pentacles talks about working together alongside spirit to make something happen. So it's as if spirit gives you the raw materials and then you put it all together to create something. In this particular depiction, I think he's creating a church. I'm inferring that, right, from the stained glass windows here. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be church per se, but like a place of worship or a home. A home. So you are putting in the work, though. We're at the 3, so it feels as though you feel like you still have little ways to go before. It's almost like we're building one wall, but we're looking to build the doorway. We haven't gotten there yet, right? So you have these cards so beautifully, you know, there's a 2 in between, Ace, 2, 3. So I'm not sure what's at the 2, but we're building as we go along. So spirit, you know, I choose decks intuitively. I don't think I've ever used this deck on the channel for long form videos. So the fact that the deck itself, it lends itself to this kind of interpretation, right? I don't take it for granted that you are building the wall with the window, and soon you will build the one with the door. Okay, but it's like Spirit is saying it's like a step-by-step process. You're on the right path. You're on the right path, but it could feel a little burdensome, or it could have in the past. This is the past energy, but in the present energy, another 10 in the reverse, 10 of chalices, which is 10 of cups. We can see here, you know, there's 2 characters. 10 of cups in the upright typically talks about blissfulness, happiness, joy. We can see these 2 characters kind of looking very lovingly into each other's eyes. You know what this immediately Spirit gave me? A scene from a movie. Like Cancer got a lot of songs. For you, I see scene from Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. If you've never seen that movie, I highly recommend it. I will be mad at you if you've never seen Forrest Gump. But Tom Hanks. And our Princess Bride. Robin Wright. Thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot her name. There's a scene where Forrest and Jenny, the 2 main characters, they have a special tree. They have a special tree. I don't want to say everything about that film because it is a little sad regarding this tree, but I feel as though here there could be, you are in a process of healing something regarding your happiness, that there could be a situation you're feeling as though even this scene, this is also a scene from Forrest Gump. There's something to it. Okay, so I'll just talk about it. So in the movie Forrest Gump, you know, he's kind of, I don't know I don't remember the terminology they used to describe Forrest, but I don't know if they say he's a little slow, but they would not have said he has like developmental disabilities or anything of the sort. Like they wouldn't have said it like that in that film. But Forrest is kind of known for being a simple person. That there's what you see is what you get with Forrest Gump. He has no pretense. There is no pretense with Forrest. He is probably one of the most authentic, truth-telling individuals in any movie, actually. And yet this man had to endure massive heartbreak, massive loss, people just calling him a fool, calling him stupid, crazy, a dreamer, And yet in every single part of his life, he was absolutely an overachiever. But he loved very deeply. The famous line from that movie is, "I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is." Right? And in one of the scenes, he's taking care of not only his ailing mother, but his ailing lover. Right? So there could be something here. You may be taking care of an ailing person. They don't necessarily have to be physically ailing. They could be emotionally ailing. And could be somebody that is very, very close to you, where the Ten of Chalices eludes them or eludes you. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the upright talks about somebody who is independent, self-sufficient, entrepreneurial, beautiful. They call this the pre-Empress energy. But when the card is in reverse, it's almost as if you're not in an independent state right now. So you could have a significant person and a higher level commitment, or you could simply be looking for a scenario where you are no longer alone. And it's not to say you're lonely, but you may be in a singular energy and you're looking for a situation that is, you know, where you will find a partnership. And especially if you're kind of in this energy, you know, whenever we're trying to take care of others, it's always better with a partner. And you could be feeling as though, you know, it could be a situation where you have a partner and they're not kind of helping, right? So you feel, I feel as though this energy feels very kind of lost at sea. Lost at sea. Yeah. You have 3 tens in your reading. 10, 10, 10. 10 of Chalices, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. I said lost at sea. I asked for a clarifier. I got this card. 10 of Swords is, look at this dude. I mean, it's pretty brutal. Not only that, it's just this hawk came down and just like picked him up and scooped him away. To, you know, the 10 of Swords represents just being flattened. There's a situation where you're in the present energy where you're just like, I'm just hearing that expression, put a fork in me, I'm done. I'm done. Could have been a lot of disappointment. I'm sending a lot of healing energy your way. I'm actually going to burn some Palo Santo for you to clear the energy for Pisces. Right? Because I got a Pisces moon, so gotta help each other. Sorry, I have a candle over here. That's why I'm looking to the side. We're going to clear this energy for Pisces spirit. Clearing the energy for Pisces. Whatever this situation is, we're letting it go now. It's no longer a part of our life. We're going back to the Ace of Swords, where we have clarity from the situation. And we bless this reading. It does a lot of smoke. Usually Palo Santo doesn't burn like that. Like, it kind of lights, burns a little bit, and then, but it's still going. There's a lot of energy that needed to be cleared, Pisces. 10 of Swords eventually goes back to the Ace. Okay? Spirit is with you, clearly. You've kind of been through the ringer. I'll say that, been through the ringer. What's your advice, Spirit, in this, in the present energy? What's your advice? The World card in reverse, the Knight of Chalices in reverse. You're in the process of closing out a chapter. The World card talks about chapters beginning and ending. Knight of Chalices is somebody who is coming in with fast action, fast communication regarding love. You got both these cards in reverse. This is advice from Spirit, which is to be on the lookout for inauthenticity with people kind of over-promising something, under-delivering. Fellow Pisces actually used that expression with me the other day, and just came right back to my head. Be savvy at this time of people who overpromise and underdeliver. Recognize that you're in the process of closing out a cycle. It's really hard, especially because it's like we're too close. We're like in the midst of it, so it's hard to tell sometimes when you're kind of healing old wounds, you're breaking generational curses, breaking cycles of repeat. It's hard to see it when you're in the midst of it, but just trust that you are, and that you're going to bring this chapter to a close very soon. Especially with the Ten of Swords in the upright. Like, you're going to gain a lot of wisdom from this. We always do, especially, it's almost like, it kind of sucks because it's like the harder a situation is, the better the lesson. It's a part of the Earth School, the drama of being a human. But you're going to get through it, right? In the future energy, you're coming back to yourself with the Moon card. Moon card talks about illusions, confusion, secrecy, silence, and things, but because it's your card. It's just like when the Devil card pops up in a Capricorn reading, right? The Devil card represents Capricorn in the tarot. So it's almost like the card takes on a double meaning when it's for the people who are that sign. So for a Pisces to get the Moon card, it's like coming home, coming back to self, right? Because the Pisces resides in those kind of underwater, undercurrent, mysterious, insular places. That's where Pisces feels very comfortable. They're kind of howling at the moon, though. Whenever I see that, it's a reference to, you know, you and perhaps a divine counterpart out there in the world, or looking up at the same moon. And so if there's somebody that resonates at your same soul frequency, could be a friend, could be a lover, it's almost like you may be relying on that person to send you the energy you need to kind of revitalize yourself. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you're putting something down so that you can focus. Two of Pentacles in the upright talks about multitasking. Right? We can juggle forever if we need to. Sometimes it's out of necessity that we have to multitask and juggle a lot of things at once. But you're putting something down now so that you can focus. What are you focusing on? What are you focusing on? Thank you. Page of Wands. Exploration, curiosity, starting something new. Oh, interesting. So remember how your dragon said stay grounded? So it's hard to tell because it's very, there's like two legs and a body right here. And this person, this entity is like, the energy is flowing around the base of this tree. And it kind of tells me like stay grounded. It's like connecting with nature. I know I've talked about this on the channel, but like I'm a total tree hugger. I love trees. I talk to trees. The trees talk to me. The trees show me shapes and symbols. The trees are everything. And they know when you're around and you're connecting with them. So I feel as though that through your groundedness, right? And what keeps us grounded? Not just nature, but like the reality of in the here and now. When we're in the present moment, we're dealing with the here and now. And sometimes the here and now is being of service to others. So when I was, you know, talking about See, now I can't remember if I was talking about it in this reading or the Cancer reading. Doesn't matter. I spent a moment last week holding space for somebody. It's because I wasn't thinking about all the 20 things. Normally I would think about the 20 things I have to do at work, in the next hour. And it's all like a big old circus inside my brain. It's just a mess. But I stopped to talk to a coworker who I could intuitively feel, empathically feel that person needed me to stop. They didn't say it. They didn't say anything but hi, but I just knew. When we stay in the present moment, right, that's when we connect to our groundedness. We anchor ourselves so that we can be of service to others. It's really beautiful. Pisces, I think the key to your healing, whatever this Ten of Swords is, this disappointment that you've been experiencing, and yes, I can see you are building yourself back up. I think the key is the service aspect, is using your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities to help others in times of need, not at the expense of your own energy, money, anything. No. We're not talking about spending money on anybody. It's just about using what the universe gave you to help others. And the more you are in service to others, the more it will feed you and fuel you and energize you and heal you. So that's your reading, Pisces. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.